Hello, I'm Crickets and welcome back to I Have a Story. Yesterday's video I talked about a major problem that we have in our prison system. That's a really major problem. I mean, this is just waiting for another incident to take place. And if you didn't get to see that video, I'll link it in, or I'll put it in the description in the comments below, depending on which network you're watching this on. But there's another aspect of prisons that does not get talked about. Again, life experiences teaches you these things. And not many people, I mean, you look at the country as a whole, not many people live around a prison. And a prison is not just everywhere in a state. They're distances away from where people get arrested and commit the crimes that they commit. I remember, this makes me think back to God, it's been so many years since I've watched that. The George Carlin skit about not in my backyard. And he talks about people don't want prisons in their backyard. Well, what's the big deal? They're locked up. It's rare that they get out. If they do get out, alarm sounds, people are alerted. You know what's happening. What's wrong with a prison? Well, here's the side that nobody talks about. The side that doesn't get spoken. It's amazing that, today's world, loyalty doesn't exist, but yet still exists amongst criminals. So when somebody gets put in prison, they're not in prison for normally like a year or two. They're 10, 15, 20, 30, life. They're in prison for a long time. And they have friends and family who are actually loyal to them and will move and start communities around prisons. They say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, and I'm not going to say that every criminal, their whole family or all their friends are criminals. But the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Now here where I live in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, I thought I'd move here and you didn't have to look over your shoulder no more. I'll let you know, people. Any of you come to Michigan and you go to the city of Kinross, that's known in our whole entire eastern Upper Peninsula, you watch your back when you go in those neighborhoods. Because they're built around the prison. And inmates have relatives and friends who have moved around the prison, created communities of not so good people, just so they can be close to the person who's locked up in prison. You really have to look deeper than, so much we just look at the surface of it anymore, and nobody has time. There's so much chaos, so much absurdity going on in the world. It's hard to look deeper into things. But this is again, knowledge from experience. People who are criminals most of them don't associate with people who have jobs in high society and good people. They come from a bad background, a bad neighborhood, a bad family. And then those people move closer to that person so that they could visit and see that person and create communities of bad people. I should have shut my phone off before I started making my video. Sorry about that. But here's another aspect of what happens around prisons that people don't talk about, doesn't get heard, is the fact that when you have a prison, other bad people still want to be near that person and create communities and build communities around a prison so that they can be near those people. Then they're there for a very long time, and whole entire neighborhoods of what become criminals' family get stuck there.